On Zoom, are you able to hear me? If someone can just drop something in the chat to tell me that you hear me okay, and you can see my screen. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. Okay. Now, I need to move this. I know, watching me mess around with my electronics here. All right. So again, welcome everyone. I'm happy you're here. This is considered our annual members meeting. We normally do this virtually when we have an opportunity, just because you can see the logistics of having a lot of people in the room from all over the world. But I was fortunate enough to be able to do it here today. So thank you all those of you that have maybe not attended one of these before, but this is a chance just for us to talk a little bit about the organization and do some minor business type things. So we will have an agenda. All of our directors that are here are sitting in front. And then we also have some of our directors online as well. So we're going to go ahead and call this to order. I know we do have Ellie and Sinead is here, and Colin and Steve. Sue's not here right now. She'll be joining us. Rose, let's see. Okay. Sang-hoon's here. Matt's here. All right. We are good. We have a quorum. Thank you. So just a couple things that we need to get by with, just some business here, is number one, we do have an agenda, and that agenda was placed into your information. So I do request to have a motion to approve the proposed agenda. So moved. Matt, Rick, thank you very much. All of our directors and our directors online, if you could just put that in the chat. Those are the only people that can vote, sorry. All of our directors, do you approve the agenda? Good, Sinead? All right, thank you. All right, and then we had some minutes from last time. So this is our minutes from our last annual members meeting back in October of 2024. Those were sent to all of our directors. Any questions about the minutes? If not, I will entertain a motion. Colin? Matt, thank you. All those in favor of this? Approval? Good. Online, please go ahead and place that in the chat as well, just so I have that official vote. Thank you. All right. So, welcomes here. Like I mentioned, I wanted to welcome all of our directors. So in the room with us, we have Sinead O'Keefe from ARDI. We have Rick Griffin from PBATS. We have Matt Coots from the NATA, Steve Aspinall from BOSROT, and Colin King from Canada, CATA. Sue Nakanita is also here on site and will be joining us at some point. And then we do have a couple other members, Ellie Daniels from the Armed Forces Athletic Trainer Society, and Sang-hoon Kim from the Republic of Korea Athletic Trainer Society are also joining us today. So I want to make sure I thank them. The way our member organizations, our voting members, interact in a voting capacity for the World Federation is through their directors. Now, the director's job is, of course, to go back to their membership and talk to their leadership and see the things that we're doing. But at the same time, they're the people that have the point contact for us. And so we certainly thank all of them for the job that they do. So to let you know, our executive committee, I'm Brian Zeller. I should have probably done that first of all. I'm Brian Zeller. I'm the current president of the World Federation of Athletic Training, and I certainly welcome you to Ireland. It's exciting to be here. Our committee has done an amazing job. I think you're going to have wonderful couple days of education and social activity. So I'm very excited for everything that's planned. Glenn Bergeron is our past president. Sinead O'Keefe is one of our vice presidents, along with Colin King, and then Sue Nakanita and Matt Coots. So again, thank you to our executive committee. They're the ones that get online with me every month for an agenda, no matter what time it is in your hometown, we're getting on. So I appreciate all their work and their dedication to the World Federation and to their member organizations as well, right? They're volunteering for the organizations that they serve. So thank you for that. I'll give you a little bit of an update. So currently we have 10 voting members. So all of our voting members are represented. We have 5 associate members, and the associate members are a mix of a couple things. We have the BOC and the Katie from the US that are associate members, but then we also have 3 members from Israel, Jordan, and Greece. And those are newer organizations that are working towards getting to a point where hopefully they'll become voting members in the future, and they need to go through stages. So that's kind of our way to try to build up our organization, is to try to have those countries that are trying to build an athletic training, athletic therapy, sports rehab program, and then advise them as they continue to go forward and get to a point where they can be voting members. We are now at 42 academic institution members. That's up from four more from last year. So thank you to our colleges and universities for engaging and for being here. And in fact, I'll do this right now. Jim just mentioned to me, we have a student quiz bowl. So Jim.
Yes, we have the inaugural student quiz bowl. So I'm excited about that. But we are love to have 3 teams of 10. Right now we have 28 students signed up. So if you could push 1 or 2 of your students to get it down, I would appreciate that. And if you're also interested in judging and want to help judge, I can use 2 or 3 more judges to help make sure those students don't cheat.
That will not happen here.
Anyway, it's all about me and Vicky.
All right, thank you, Jim, for doing this. This is exciting as well. This is the first Congress where we've had tracks, right? So we have a student track tomorrow, correct? I'm looking, I don't have Pete here, but it's tomorrow, right? Yeah. And then a professionals track on Saturday as well. So not only the main plenaries, but also the specialty area track stuff. So please attend what you're interested in. We do also have 1 allied health member. We have the massage therapist group out of Canada that is an allied health member for the organization. Real quickly, I'm going to give a short report. We have 5 standing committees for the World Federation. The first one is our Education and Research Committee, which is chaired by Stavros. Stavros here? There's Stavros. Thank you for your work. I appreciate it. Here's his committee. And some of the things that they've been up to, we're trying to really do some more work with webinars. During COVID, we did that, I think, really well. I think a lot of people did that really well. And over the last couple of years, we've probably lessened that. And we would like to provide more opportunities. So the Education and Research Committee had their first one again this past year, and we're looking forward to maybe doing some more as we continue on forward. So we're excited for that. You can see the one there. And then also, they're very active with our World Congress. We had, golly, Stavros, we had over 100 poster presentation proposals, and then like 100 speaker presentations as well. Amazing amount of individuals that were interested in presenting here. So thank you for all the work that committee did on the review. As we mentioned, they're going to try to do some more webinars. International Athletic Training and Therapy Day, you're going to hear a little bit more about that. All of our committees are involved with that. And then also from a research perspective, they're going to try to do some more meetings to explore some strategies and how we actually can collaborate a little bit better across countries, right? That's some really exciting opportunities that potentially the World Federation can be involved in, and not necessarily doing the research, but allowing the networking to happen and getting people connected together that can actually do that. So thank you for your work, Stavros. Our Marketing and Communications Committee is chaired by Alexandra DeJong-Lemke. And you can see our committee here. We actually expanded this committee this past year for 3 more members. That committee does a lot of work for us. All of our social media, all the websites, anything that's involved with communications with our members comes through this committee. They were doing the lion's share as well of the International Athletic Training and Therapy Day. So they asked for some more members of that committee, and we were happy to be able to provide that to them. So that's the committee. These are some of the activities that they've been up to. So our social media, if you're not following any of our social media sites, that is your job this weekend. All right. I'm going to be standing at the door, and you got to show me your screen when you walk out. We're on X. Sorry, just about said Twitter. We're on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube. Please go out and check out those sites. Follow them. The more interaction we get, the way that we can spread the word about our wonderful profession is by getting that word out. And one organization can't do it by itself, right? But if each one of you in this room shares something and pushes it onto your network, that just expands the reach. So please think doing that if you're able to. as we move forward. But we also have James Gardner here, who's our podcaster. If you haven't met James, go ahead and stand up. All the great stuff that you're seeing out here that you may have seen in some of the social media, if you haven't had a chance to go to First Star Let's Chat, Let's Chat, please do so. Some great podcasts have been already distributed, and he's going to be doing stuff all weekend. So thank you to James for doing that. Some of the initiatives for the next year, they want to make sure we're maintaining what we're doing, but some ongoing things. We are actually just able to get our website completely to us, and now we have a Google Drive account. And we're going to try to do more with our Google platform, whether it's via email or storage and those things. So we need to basically ramp up some of that ability to do that. And our marketing communications committee is going to help with that. Member spotlights. We do have, and I want everyone in this room to understand this, we do have a plan in place where we are trying to highlight an organization, an academic institution, and maybe even an individual through our social media. The problem is we haven't had enough organizations, academic institutions, or individuals give us the content. So literally, we would love to have that rotate every 6 to 8 weeks and highlight someone new. If you're interested, please let me know, and I'm going to get you in touch with our marketing communications team, and you can get that. They have a template already set up. I know we have had some people do it already. Valerie, you did this, right, with Weaver? A couple years, like a year ago or so. It's an easy template, and it can be a way to get your word out about your program or your organization. So please consider that. Podcasts that we already mentioned, and then just some social media promotions that we're trying to do. Academic institutions. Matt Lewis, and Matt is in the conference today, but he's not here right now, but Matt is our chair. Here's our committee that is helping Matt with that. So 2 things here. They have also worked with James on a podcast. They did in the fall an international student recruitment or recruiting and clinical experience exchanges podcast, and then also another one for spring 2025. So working to try to get the word out there. They had a liaison with the planning committee, thus the reason we have a student part in our conference this weekend. They were a big player in that and trying to help plan that and making sure we have content that is really desired for our student populations. And they're also working with updating some value and the kind of like a membership value list. You know, what does it mean to be a member of the World Federation as an academic institution? Number one, it's not a high cost. It's only $150 a year. So it's a very low cost, but we want to make sure we add value to that and try to make sure we connect people as much as we possibly can. If you have ideas and want to be involved, please let us know. We'd love to do that. In fact, I'll have a slide that talks about if you're interested in maybe being part of one of our committees here in a little bit. Some of their priorities, they're going to start doing some more of the podcast issues as our events. They're also doing to look ahead to 2027 and build on the program that we have here. Virtual networking event each semester. I believe they did one last semester, if I'm correct. I'm looking at you, Val. I'm not sure. Yeah, we did one last. Okay. Oh, you're not on it right now? Conrad is. Thank you, Conrad. Sorry. I didn't get the PowerPoint done until like an hour ago. I'm outing myself right now, too. Yeah. All right. And also looking to try to seek some member feedback via direct email campaign. So we're doing some work there. One of our other committees that's actually the newest committee is our International Development Committee. This is a committee that has our working group, which is our committee members, and then an advisory group that works to try to give some of those ideas. Some things that we've tried to do over the last year is this group's really involved with trying to do as much as we can of outreach to other international organizations. We know that if we have opportunities to network and mingle and have opportunities to connect with these organizations, we can expand our reach when it comes to the World Federation of Athletic Training and Therapy. So we did some work on updating our strategic plan. We were looking at ways in which we could maybe do some more work with the World Health Organization. We're still trying. I think that one's going to be a little bit more of a marathon for us than necessarily a sprint to get involved with that. But it continues to be an area that we think would have extreme value when we're able to get there. And so we're going to try to do that as much as we can. We also did a mini collaboration with the World Anti-Doping Association. We did some social media content for their Play True Day. And in turn, they did a little bit of an announcement of our World Congress on their website. And so again, maybe trying to interact, I'm sorry, with some of these organizations and get some collaborations, I think is helpful for both organizations. And they continue to do some more outreach. So in fact, Matt just went down to Central America, right, to Copenhagen. And this is the Pan American Games Sports Medicine Conference. Actually did a presentation on behalf of World Federation, and then also had a chance to meet with their executive board and talk a little bit about the value of athletic training and athletic therapy. So again, things that we're trying to do to get people in front of others to be able to talk about our value. And I think that's really important. So for next year, they're going to continue that work. I mean, that's basically what they will do and will continue to do for the International Development Committee. And then our World Congress Committee, Pete Doer and Chris Schumer have done outstanding work along with our local group, which is Lynn, Frank, John, Sinead. That's right. Amazing work. Amazing work. We have over 280 attendees this weekend. We're excited about that. 62 poster presentations, 10 oral presentations, 14 workshops, 58 lectures, 6.5 hours of student programming, 9 hours of educator programming. It's a great conference. Great conference. And then questions. We have Pete in the room. Anything about our committees? That's our committee report. Anything I can answer about any of those? Okay. The next thing to talk about is International Athletic Training and Therapy Day. The last 2 years in September, we've been able to launch an International Athletic Training and Therapy Day, which is basically a social media campaign where we're trying to get active engagement from all of our professional organizations and the members specifically in those organizations, okay? That's really important. This year, what happened is we had a little bit of a lack of engagement, it appeared, and so we canceled it in September. But what we're going to do is we're going to redo it for February 12th, okay? And you are going to see some things coming out where we're going to be asking for some engagement. We talked about that today with our leadership summit, about the ways in which we can get some of our organizations more actively involved. And so look for that and put it on your calendar for February 12th. We would love for you to be active on social media, showcasing what you do. If you're in an academic program, the students that you're teaching, the opportunities they get, wherever you are clinically, showcase that. And the more word we get out there, the better. So please look for that in February. We continue to work through strategic planning. And so as an example, this morning, we had a leadership summit with 30 plus of our leaders from 9 different organizations. I want to thank them again for being so involved. We had 3.5 hours in this room where we're sitting together and talking about ways in which we can grow the profession. Those are really valuable conversations and hopefully things that we can build upon as we continue to move forward over the next year, and ideally over the next 4 or 5 years, in fact. So we did a lot of a review of our strategic goals. We evaluated what's working, areas that were falling maybe a little bit short, and where do we go from there? And then also discuss some organizational engagement as well. So again, we are trying to interact and collaborate with our partners as much as possible in order to gain benefit for our members all across the globe. And then from an advocacy standpoint, like I already mentioned this, Copenhagen was one of our big things that we did this year. Another component of Copenhagen was that Matt actually had a chance to talk to other members, including the FIMS president and some other directors, I believe, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And that's another international organization that would be really vital for us to be able to do that, along with the IOC. Those are 2 kind of big hitter organizations that we want to be involved with. And the sooner we can do that, the better. So we'll continue to try to do that as much as we possibly can. And that means submitting proposals for speakers at their conferences, getting someone to actually get to those conferences to be our representative. Those are going to be very important. And we'll continue to try to do it and actually try to enhance that, I think, is our goal over the next couple of years. COVID slowed everything down, right? But we're way past that. We need to start getting people back into these areas to be able to advocate for athletic trainers and athletic therapists. One thing that's new this year, we did, finally, I'm looking at Ann, we do have BOC approved provider status. So for those of you that are ATCs, you now can do this category A, right? We also are approved providers for CATA, RD, and Basra. So the eligible, is that the way? I think it's eligible for it. Questions there? That's a little bit of a report with what's happening. Okay, then for our directors, we have a little bit of information. All of our directors were given a financial report. And so this is all in Canadian dollars. This is where our finances are right now. It looks much better. I think part of it is the US, a lot of our funds are in US dollars because that's where we collect membership dues, and the dollar is much stronger than the Canadian dollar. And so it increased our value of the entire portfolio. And that was something that was actually brought up from our accountant. So we're at a point right now where we need to start, or where we can start actually being more actively involved in the international scene and try to do those things. So our next president, which we'll announce here in a second, is going to be able to do some of those things, I think, very nicely. So I do have two more motions here that I need to get through just from a business standpoint. All of our directors did receive the financial report that has been given to us from our accountant, Jeffrey Milgram, and I need a motion to approve that financial report. Sinead and Matt, okay. Any discussion on that report at all that you received? You're good? All right, our members in the chat, please vote as well, but all those in favor? Good. And Sue, I saw Sue come in, there she is. All right. And anybody opposed? Okay, thank you. And then our final motion for the day is we do need to make sure we secure Jeffrey Milgram to be our accountant for next year as well. So there's a motion to approve him as our accountant for 25-26. Rick, Sue, thank you. All those in favor? Anybody opposed? All right, thank you. A couple things that we did online. So we have elections that occurred. The way our structure is that we have 10 directors. Out of our 10 directors, we have a president that ends up being outside of the directorship, okay? And we have a past president. Otherwise, we bring on board 4 members of the directors to be vice presidents of our organization and sit on the executive council. This year, we had 2 open seats and we had 2 nominations. I'm sorry, this is a different one. I'm jumping my gun here. Our election of directors, our directors are voted on every 2 years. And so this year we had 5 organizations, ARDI, BOSRAT, JADO, PBATS, and the Republic of Korea Athletic Trainers Association, all nominated a director to represent them for the next 2 years. In our online votes, we approved all 5 of these directors. So thank you to them. Steve's in the room, Sue's in the room, Rick, and Sinead. Thank you for your continued dedication there. Going back to our executive committee, we did have 2 vice president positions that were open. We communicated with all of our directors if anyone was interested in becoming a vice president. We had 2 nominations. So Sue and Colin were our 2 nominations, and the board voted to approve both of those, and we'll continue on as vice presidents for the next 2 years. So thank you, Sue. Thank you, Colin. Appreciate it. And then our final election was to elect a new president. I've been in this role for 4 years. It's time for new leadership, and I'm excited to be able to announce that to our group officially today. So we had, okay, there it is. We had 2 nominees. We had Dr. Matt Coots and Dr. Michael Robinson from Canada. Our members were given complete bios on both candidates, their CVs, and then some questions that were answered about what they would like to do during their term as president of the World Federation. The majority rule here is that if we had 6 votes for any one individual, they'd be elected president. And I'm happy to announce that Dr. Matt Coots is our president. So would you like to take over right now? Oh. We actually did this a little bit. So we have a 3-month lag for the individual to kind of come in, and obviously Matt's been on our board and has been completely involved over the last 4 years and is going to do amazing work and bring this organization to the next level. So thank you to Matt for your continued dedication to the World Federation. We look forward to the next 4 years of you serving in this role. So thank you.
Thanks, Brian.
All right. And then maybe something that you want to hear about too, and maybe you heard rumors, but we are ready to announce the next location for the World Congress. So in 2027, we are going to be going to Scotland. Now, I must say, Steve put together these little slides for me, and this was a video. And when I transferred it, I couldn't get it to work. So yeah, Steve said he'd hop up here and do like a theatrical display of everything Scotland for us. You ready? Almost. All right. Here's what's happening. We are going to be in Edinburgh, and it's going to be October 2027. We have the exact dates actually coming up here. Did I skip one? No. The exact dates are coming up in the next slide. But right now, our tentative theme is rehabilitation, resilience, and readiness. It's going to be held at the Surgeons' Quarters, which is part of the Royal College of Surgeons in Scotland. It is right in downtown Edinburgh. So it's right by the Royal Mile. Everything that's there, you could possibly get to. So our exact dates are Thursday, the 21st of October through Saturday, the 23rd, October 2027. And the goal here is all of you wonderful people in the audience, we'd love to have you back. And we'd love to have you speak. We'd love to have you present. We'd love to have you network with everyone that's in the room and learn and become colleagues and friends with people from across the globe.
And golf. Don't forget the golf.
Yeah, that's a new requirement, by the way. I'm sorry, Steve. Okay.
Do they have any golf?
What's that?
Do they have any golf?
Oh, yeah, only a little. Anyways, here's a slide about the venue itself. So again, the Surgeons' Quarter at the Royal College of Surgeons. Looks like a beautiful location. We're excited to be there and have our next World Congress in this site. And then just some information or some nice pictures to give you a little bit of an idea about Edinburgh. We'd love for you to join us. Put it on your calendar for October 2027, and we look forward to seeing you there. Okay, you're going to see some information pop up on slides as we go out through the rest of the week as well. Okay, with that, questions. What can I answer? It's only been a half an hour. All good? Who's excited about this week? Yes. All right. We'll end with that part at the very least. So just a couple thank yous. I do want to make sure I thank our sponsor, our official supplier of the World Federation, which is Mueller Sports Medicine. You'll see Mueller's table in the sponsors area today and tomorrow, no, tonight and tomorrow and Saturday. We also have some wonderful vendors from the local area and globally, basically here as well. We filled up all the spots we could. You have to work within the size of the facility, and everyone's there. So please make sure you stop and check out our sponsors. But I want to say a special thank you to Mueller. And then I want to thank James as well. You're going to see some of these QR codes around. Get your phone out and look at it, pop on it, follow the podcast. There's some great information. You have, what is it, like 160 of them up right now? Okay. So James has been our official podcaster now for a number of years, and we're excited to have you back. He's going to be doing stuff all weekend. So thank you to James for doing that. And then final comments, and I changed the slide and didn't tell you.
Just that.
When you're officially announced, things happen. So if you're interested in being involved in the World Federation, contact Matt. You're also welcome to contact me. I'd be happy to take a look at that and bring that forward. But we
Forward to that.
for the next 4 years. So we'd love to have you as part of our organization. We have some amazing members, people that love to do opportunities to work with others. And we'd love to have your energy, your expertise, your knowledge, and your passion for this field. You're here for a reason. You're here because, one, you want to learn, but you're also here because you want to be active in your profession. And we thank you for that. So if there's something that you're interested in and you want to be involved, then please let us know. And then my final slide, thank you. Thank you for being here. We look forward to a great week. The social is at 7 o'clock. So if you've kind of navigated your way through the hotel here a little bit, you go right, you'll see all of our vendors. We're gonna have the social in there and also in the room just after. That's where our plenary is gonna start tomorrow morning as well. Okay, so 7 o'clock tonight, we welcome you back into that area and we look forward to having conversations. Please stop me or any one of these directors that you see right now. We'd love to say hi and let us know where you're from, okay? Questions? I'm giving you back 25 minutes of your time to socialize and do whatever you want here in Maynooth. So thank you, everyone.